Let's get this thing started. It's my kind of party.
Vote for me, Michaela Hewitt. 5'4" and as strong as Mr. Shram.
Vote for me, Vice President Sid Kell, and I love my Jeep.
More taxes should go to schools and Common Core should be more personalized. Education needs to be a priority for government spending. If more money is being put into the education system, quality of education will improve. Each student learns differently and at different speeds.
Gun owners must take a mental health exam every 2 years before owning a gun, and universal background checks. Criminals shouldn't be allowed guns. If someone is mentally unstable, they should not be allowed a gun to keep themselves and others safe. Violent offenders should not be allowed guns.
Drugs should not be legalized for recreational use. Medical use only for marijuana. All other drugs should be illegal. Medical marijuana can save lives. All other drugs will only degrade the citizens, cause accidents, and kill brain cells.
Only immigrants who plan to become citizens legally should be allowed into our borders. If they are not legal in 2 years, they are deported. If they come over illegally, they are taking American jobs and depleting the economy by not paying taxes. Immigration should be restricted.
We should have a strong defense, but there should definitely be minor cutbacks on government spending and the use of the military. Many defense contracts have wasted a lot of money, so we should only use military when absolutely necessary.
Fracking should continue, but with limits and precautions. Government should make renewable energy a priority. Nuclear equals unsafe. It is unrealistic not to have fracking, and it lessens our dependence on other nations. We have to make an environment a priority, or we will all die.
Hi, I'm here with Mercedes King, and we are interviewing them on our healthcare plan and if they like it or not. How do you feel about our healthcare plan?
Well, I don't really have enough money for healthcare, and I don't think I really need it anyway, so.
So you're glad that we don't make you pay for healthcare?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm here with Matt Keller. How do you feel about the Medicare age getting raised from 65 to 70?
I love it. I'm in great health, and there is no reason to have Medicare yet. 70 is a much better age.
Good, we agree.
The U.S. should shift more military resources to the Asia-Pacific region. NATO remains critical to the U.S.'s national security. The U.S. should not intervene militarily in the Syrian civil war.
Policies to stimulate the economy should focus primarily on tax cuts, and minimum wage should not be raised. Big corporations should be taxed more.
Women should have their say on abortion. Gays should be allowed to marry, and privacy is adequate. Women should have control over their own bodies. It is wrong to deny them marriage.
I'm glad the government listens to our phone calls. It makes me feel safe.
Drones are critical weapons in the fight against terrorism. Domestic data collections make the U.S. safer. The U.S. is prepared to defend itself against cyber attacks.
The U.S. should cut off foreign aid to countries that do not support education or voting rights for women. The U.S. needs to make it a priority to combat women trafficking if it affects the U.S. By aiding these countries, we are turning a blind eye to this terrible discrimination.
The government must cut a few entitlement programs to reduce the national debt. Debt reduction should focus primarily on tax increase. Congress should not abolish the debt ceiling.